Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the kitchen putting a fresh twist on one of my favorite desserts, my sweetened condensed milk pound cake. If you've been here before, you may remember I've made that cake in a classic version with almond flavoring. But today we're tweaking the recipe just a little to give it a bright lemony flavor, just in time for spring. This cake actually made its appearance at one of my recent Sunday dinners. And let me tell you, it didn't last long. So in today's video, I'm walking you through exactly how I made it, the little changes I made to the recipe, and a few tips to get that rich, buttery pound cake texture with just the right pop of lemon. If you love simple homemade desserts that feel a little special but are still easy to pull together, you're going to enjoy this one. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, settle in, and let's get to cooking a delicious lemon sweetened condensed milk pound cake. I'm going to get my apron on too. Here are the ingredients that we'll be using for our sweetened condensed milk lemon pound cake. 1 1/4 cup of butter, 2 1/2 cups of sugar, a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 6 eggs, 3 1/2 cups of flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and a tablespoon of lemon extract. We're going to make it real lemony, y'all. And we're going to add the zest of 1 lemon. So we're going to start making our cake by creaming together our butter and sugar. And like I said before, I've made this cake in another video earlier in my YouTube career, and I will link that above. It was a traditional sweetened condensed milk pound cake, and it called for almond extract. Well, I'm just tweaking this recipe just a little bit to give it a lemon taste, because I know my sister Stella loves a lemon cake, and I'm going to give her what she loves. So in the bowl, I have 1 1/4 cups of butter, and that's softened to room temperature. That's 2 1/2 sticks of butter, plus I've just added my 2 1/2 cups of granulated sugar. Now I'm going to mix this on a medium speed until it changes a little bit of the texture and the color. It will go from a darker yellow to an almost white. And it takes about 10 minutes for that to fully incorporate and change colors. Now, while my butter and sugar are creaming together, I'm going to get my eggs out so that I can crack them in one container. Because you know how I like to do. I like to crack my eggs in a separate container so that I can make sure I don't have any shells in my batter. So once I crack all of my eggs and the butter and sugar is all mixed well together, I'm going to add each egg one at a time just until the yolk is blended into the batter. So now that I have all my eggs cracked, I can go ahead and sift my flour and my other dry ingredients together and get that prepared. That's the beauty of making a cake. You get all of the ingredients together, and once that's all done, you know all you have to do is mix. So my dry ingredients consist of 3 1/2 cups of flour, And I'm using just regular all-purpose flour. And I'm placing that all-purpose flour lightly into my measuring cup so that I can have enough air and it won't be heavy down in the cup. So let's get our 3 cups of flour, 3.5 cups of flour, put into my strainer, which is going to serve as my sifter today. And then to that, I will add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And yes, y'all, I'm measuring it with my hand and with my heart. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in because at this point, after 40 years of doing this, you just kind of know what a 1/2 teaspoon looks like or feels like. So I'm going to do the same with my salt, but it's the same amount. And we're going to get this now sifted together so it can be ready to go into our cake. Now that our dry ingredients are all pulled together, let's go ahead and get our flavoring done. And when I say get our flavoring done, all I mean is zest that 1 lemon and juice the 2, because that's what's going to flavor our cake. I don't necessarily like a lemon extract, but it does add a little something to the lemon juice and to the lemon zest. So I am going to add a teaspoon of lemon extract, but it will take I think the lemon juice and zest will take some of that alcoholic fake flavor from the lemon and will accentuate the lemon flavor of the extract. I hope all of that makes some sense, but try it. It will certainly enhance your lemon flavor without it having a nasty aftertaste or a fake taste. So now we have our lemon zested. We're going to go ahead and juice the lemons now. Now let's add our teaspoon of lemon extract and we'll be able to go on and move forward with baking our cake. Okay, now that all the other ingredients are pulled together, let's look at our fluffy butter and sugar. You see the difference between what it looked like when we started and what it's looking like right now. Now that it's been about 10 minutes and we've gotten it together. Here you can see how the texture and the color has changed. It's lightened a bit. So now let's go ahead and add our sweetened condensed milk. And when I baked this cake before, I had quite a few people say that there was too much sugar in this recipe. First of all, let me tell you that I did not develop this recipe. I have tweaked it, and this tweakation you're seeing today is mine. But the original recipe that calls for the 2.5 cups of sugar and this sweetened condensed milk was the original recipe that this baker did not author. Anyway, it only makes sense that we have the 2.5 cups of granulated sugar and this sweetened condensed milk because there's only about 1/2 cup of sugar in the sweetened condensed milk. The 2.5 cups of regular sugar would only add to make the 3 cups that normally would go into your 2.5 sticks of butter, 3 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, traditional pound cake recipe. If you look up any pound cake, generally you're going to get a 1-to-1 ratio of sugar and flour. Ever so often you'll find a different ratio, but it's not any more sugar than any other cake recipe that I've ever used. So anyway, let's add these eggs one at a time. Now that I've said that, I still may get comments, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's add these eggs one at a time. I'm going to beat until the yolk has disappeared because we don't want to add too many eggs or too much liquid to the batter at once. That's why you add your eggs one at a time. Now let's go ahead and scrape down our bowl so that we can have all of our ingredients well mixed before I start adding my flour and my flavoring. Okay, let's get the lemon juice and zest in. And also for the glaze, I've juiced another lemon so that I could have a lemon cream cheese glaze on the cake. I'll add the ingredients to that in the description box as well. So now we're going to add our flour, all of it at the same time, and get this mixed in just to the point that I almost don't see any more flour. And then I'll start to mix it by hand. I'll finish it off by hand. Okay, I have done some mixing by hand. I'm going to finish this up and get this poured into my prepared pan. You see how my pan has been prepared with some flour and butter, or you can do a baking spray in your fluted pan. But make sure that you have a 12-cup fluted pan to accommodate this particular batter. tap it down and get some of those air bubbles out and get ready to put it into a 325-degree oven. It will bake for 60 to 90 minutes. It's a heavy cake, so give it some time. Anytime you have 6 eggs in a cake, it's going to take a minute to get it right. Now, I've let the cake cool for about 20 minutes in the pan, and we're going to get it flipped over. And you see I didn't play with that flour, so that's why it's all funky colored, but that's okay. It's going to taste good. Yes. I made the glaze and added it to the cake, and here's the final cut. So Peepaw's going to cut a little piece, and yes, he is cutting it before our guest gets here because he wants to make sure that the cake is what we want to serve. And so do I. Ooh. So look at it. It was delicious, and now that we've eaten it, Stella enjoyed it, okay. Sam enjoyed it, and here's the final cake. Hey y'all, so the cake is done, and I mean it's really done. Less than half of the cake is here. We have finished it off. We sent some home with Stella and Sam, and we really enjoyed our time with them today. That cake hit it off, and I think that she liked it because she likes a little lemon in her desserts. So we did that in honor of her. She didn't know that, but we just did it. And when you watch this video, you'll know it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and give this recipe of this cake a try. I'll give you the last glimpse of it. But y'all be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.